So if you are limited on space, you have a small efficiency apartment, but you want a coffee table, this sturdy little guy right here might be something worth looking into. So this was sent to me at no charge for this review, and I must say that it is a really solid coffee table. And then you do have the corrugated fronts to the drawers, which gives it a modern look. Now, I'm going to walk through some of the installation steps, some things that you need to be aware of, but before we do that, I want to talk a little bit about the coffee table itself. Number one, as I said, it is solid, it is heavy, and it has a great look to it. The overall length of the coffee table is 38 3/4 inches. The depth of the coffee table is 23 1/2 inches, and then it stands from the floor to the top 18 inches. So it's smaller, I think, than a typical coffee table, which is going to be perfect for a smaller living space, an efficiency apartment, and you're still wanting the coffee table in the living room. Now, it does have 4 drawers to it. You got the 2 in the front, which are very nice, and the drawer guides are super smooth. I really like it. It has plenty of storage space for your remote controls, for papers, for magazines, books, things of that nature. They're all going to go in there right like that. And then you've also got extra storage space down here on the bottom for any of your larger products that you want to keep down here. On this back side here, you got another 2 drawers. They are not super deep drawers, but again, you got plenty of room to put your magazines, phones, controllers, or cables and cords and things like that can all go into these drawers so that they're not sitting out on top of your coffee table. So when it comes to the assembly process, first and foremost is going to be our drawer guides. Now, the drawer guides are on the drawers and they're also on the cabinet on the inside. Every one of these are labeled either CL, CR, DL, or DR, which means cabinet left, cabinet right, drawer left, and drawer right. So make sure that all of your CL and CR pieces are going into the cabinet. Also, in the instruction manual, it does show you exactly what holes to use. So when you're looking at the guides, there are a number of holes here. And so pay attention to your instruction manual and it'll point out exactly what hole you need to use. On the cabinet guides, one thing that you really want to pay attention to is getting that screw in straight and flush with the guide. Because if you have any part of that screw head hanging out or cockeyed just a little bit, then it's going to catch on the rollers and it's going to make it very difficult for you to get the drawer in and out. Now, these drawers are numbered 7 and 8. And when you install them, you're going to have a 7 and an 8, and then caddy corner, you're going to have an 8 and a 7. If you get those mixed up, then the side of the drawer is going to overhang quite a little bit and it's not going to shut flush like it's supposed to. So make sure that you get those drawers in the correct position so that it shuts completely. Now, there's another board here that you really need to pay attention to, and that is this board right here. This is board number 6. And what I really struggled with here on board number 6 is which way is up. Now, underneath here, there are a couple of larger screw holes that look like this. And they are those locking screws right underneath here. You want to make sure that those are facing down towards the floor. So you got your floor side and then you got your top side. Also, when you're looking at the instructions, there are a couple of screw holes. There's one here and then there's one on the other side of the drawer, on the other side of the board over here towards the back. Now, when you look at this side of the drawer, there are 4 holes. And so it's kind of challenging to determine which way is the correct way. I had mine completely assembled and then I had to take it apart, flip the board, and get it on there the correct way. So you just want to make sure that you've got these 4 locking screw holes facing down. Another thing that you need to pay attention to is the bottom board. The bottom board only goes on one way. I've read a lot of complaints about holes not lining up. And we always have that on many of these assembly projects. However, if the holes are not lining up, then you just simply need to turn your board and then everything will match up as it should. So this bottom board only goes on one way, and every hole throughout this entire process did line up and matched up. It was really an easy assembly. It just takes an extended period of time to get it to put together. It took me almost 2 hours to assemble this, and that's only because I had some trouble with board number 6. I also had a little bit of trouble with these guides and the heads of the screws sticking out just a little bit more than what they needed to. So I had to go back and redo those a couple of times actually. But once you get everything in, they slide, they glide really smooth and really nice. It does have feet on the bottom, which will not allow it to slip and slide either on a carpet or a smooth surface. And so it's not going to be wood on wood or wood on a laminate floor. It's going to be your rubber feet, which are adjustable so that you can level your coffee table and have a great look in your living room.